From the infamous Blackbeard who terrorized the Caribbean with ruthless scare tactics to the cunning Captain Kidd whose lost treasure still haunts the Atlantic, the golden age of piracy was filled with adventure, treachery, and plunder. Yet, among these notorious rogues, none commanded more loyalty from such a formidable fleet as Zheng Yi Sao, the pirate queen of the South China Sea. Her empire was vast, her power unmatched, and her story was a remarkable tale of cunning, strategy, and bravery. Her reign not only eclipsed her male contemporaries in scale and success, but also concluded with a feat few pirates managed to achieve: a peaceful retirement with benefits. Dive into the turbulent waters of history as we unravel the unbelievable legend of the Pirate Queen. Pirates have long been depicted as adventurous outlaws of the seas, engaging in theft, plundering ships, and often committing extraordinary acts of violence. However, even amongst the rebellious, they still had rules: the Pirate Code, a set of guidelines established to maintain order and discipline aboard their ships. Codes varied from ship to ship, but generally included provisions for the distribution of plunder, assignment of duties, and the conduct of crew members. These codes were not just practical, but crucial for survival, as they helped prevent mutinies and ensured loyalty. But even during the lawless golden era of piracy, no set of codes was more notorious than that of the legendary Pirate Queen. Zheng Yi Sao's shocking contribution to the history of pirate law involves her rigorous and brutal enforcement of the Pirate Code within her fleet, which commanded up to 40,000 pirates and 300 ships at its peak. The code not only governed the conduct of her crew, but also ensured ironclad control, reflecting her formidable leadership and the harsh realities of pirate life. Zheng Yi Sao's code was strict and meticulously enforced, with severe penalties for those who dared to defy its many statutes. Pirates had to obey the following orders without question. Failure to comply could result in instant beheading. Fair distribution of booty was law. Precise shares of any loot were distributed according to rank. Stealing from the collective pot or hiding any loot was punishable by death. This maintained order and a sense of fairness among the pirates. Humane treatment of captives was also mandatory. Sao's code explicitly stated how prisoners were to be treated. If a pirate took a female captive as his wife, he must be faithful to her. Unfaithfulness or mistreatment could be punishable by death. If a pirate violated a female captive, he would be executed, and the woman in question would be the one to behead him. The Pirate Queen's sense of justice was particularly unusual for the brutal era in which she lived, reflecting Zheng Yi Sao's unique approach to governance. What makes her story particularly shocking is the juxtaposition of her strict rule as a female leader in a cutthroat, male-dominated underworld. Her ability to command such obedience from a fleet of thousands of hardened criminals is a testament to her strategic intellect and indomitable will. Her enforcement of the Pirate Code not only ensured her fleet's operational efficiency, but also solidified her status as one of the most powerful and feared pirates in maritime history. Born Xixiangu in 1775 in Guangdong province of China, Zheng Yi Sao's beginnings were ordinary and humble. While her early years remain shrouded in mystery, it is believed she started as a prostitute or an innkeeper. Her life took a pivotal turn when she married Zheng Yi, a notorious pirate leader of the Red Flag Fleet. This union was not merely a joining of hearts, but of strategic minds. After her husband was lost at sea during a typhoon in 1807, Zheng Yi Sao took over his pirate confederation with the help of his adopted son, Chang Pao, who she later married. The Pirate Queen quickly moved from the sidelines to the heart of piracy operations as she took the helm of the Red Flag Fleet, transforming it into an unprecedented maritime force. She forged alliances with rival pirate factions and unified them under her command and her strict pirate codes. Under Zheng Yi Sao's leadership, the Red Flag Fleet engaged in widespread piracy, including looting, taxing, extorting towns along coastlines and rivers, and famously attacking British and Portuguese ships. The wealth accrued from these activities would have been immense, but the specific value of her plunder remains undocumented, though it's likely to have been extraordinary to support such an enormous operation. The might of the Red Flag Fleet soon drew the ire of the Qing dynasty and other powerful empires. The Portuguese navy struggled to protect their trading ships and disrupt pirate operations through armed encounters. The Royal Navy and the British East India Company increased naval patrols in areas frequented by pirates, yet failed to stop the Red Flag Fleet. The British Empire ultimately had to leverage diplomatic channels to pressure the Qing government into taking more aggressive actions. The Pirate Confederation was ultimately ended primarily through overwhelming naval force, but also the strategic amnesties offered by the Chinese government. Despite numerous attempts by these powers to destroy her legacy and her fleet, Zheng Yi Sao still negotiated from a position of strength. In an unusual turn of events, she accepted the unprecedented amnesty deal in 1810 and walked away from the pirate life forever, securing her own freedom and, quite unbelievably, pensions for her entire fleet. The former pirate queen returned to Guangdong, opened a gambling house, and lived out her days until she died in 1844. Zheng Yi Sao's legacy is a testament to her strategic acumen and indomitable will. From her humble beginnings to becoming a feared and respected leader, her story challenges our understanding of power and piracy in the Old World.